Alrighty then. Guess I need my microphone. Got that kind of hidden away while I'm not using it back behind the computer screens here. Ooh, let's tighten this up. Fix the old curtain back here. And we're good to go. Back on the Twitch. Back on the Twitch. 2 days in a row. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Let's fix this camera. May actually be getting to where I enjoy the old Twitch deal. So we're going to be doing a little follow-up from yesterday. We had built some ordering forms for some of our cafes. We have 9 cafes. 6 of those are franchises. And oh man, I wish I had heated that coffee up some more. It's been sitting there a while. It is not optimal temperature. Nonetheless, it'll do. We have 6 stores. Actually 7. We have the 7th franchise opening this next month in February, which will be this one right here. But we have these franchises, and I'm creating these sheets for them where they will be able to inventory and order their coffee every week. We micro roast these weekly, so it's super fresh. But we've got this whole company-wide intra-company ordering system that I built way back in like 2012, and we're still using it today. And honestly, it works really good. I mean, I love Google Sheets. It's been fun to build and maintain for yours truly. But what we're going to do today, delete this, is we're going to hook up, as we alluded to yesterday, we're going to hook up the individual ordering forms to the roastery's copy here. You know, this is where our roaster will be able to see everything that he actually needs to roast each week. It pulls all the info from our company stores and the franchises here. Let's show you what I'm talking about. So this is one of the companies that owns 4 of our franchise stores. I'm going to copy the address for their store here and make it bigger so we can kind of see everything that's going on. Zoop. And move this over here, kind of have my sheets so I can see them, see what I'm doing on the off screen here. But I'm going to copy this address because we need this address for one of our formulas, for one of our functions rather. I just put it up here. So I've got that spreadsheet, the link, the hyperlink straight to that spreadsheet right there. All right. Another little trick, formatting trick that I learned today. I don't know why I didn't know it beforehand. A lot of times, and out of the gate, if you put something in a cell and it's gigantic, it'll overflow the cell. I think it's actually called overflow. Let's see. Yeah, overflow. If you want to change the behavior of that, which I definitely do, we can do wrap text, which will not do what we want it to. And it'll just make the cell height of that cell go as big as it needs to wrap the text around. What I discovered today, though, I've never used clip before. So clip lets you just clip it, and it'll just stay in there. I don't care about reading this cell. It's not to be read. In fact, I'll probably black it out, honestly. I just need the reference. So from here, I will go ahead and start over and say import range, not important, import range, and the spreadsheet URL is going to be that. And then the range string, this is going to be, I believe it's Madison, and then I don't know what column it is. We're going to have to go get that column. So it's column E starting with E6. Excuse me, it's column F, what they ordered. So I want to put their order over into my sheet. So I'm going to take column F and I want all of it, like all the way down as far as it can go. I've got a bunch of blank spaces down here underneath all this retail and apparel items. But I do want to be able to see everything. So I am going to grab it all. And that's going to go right here. So Madison, F6 down to the end. And what that'll then do is say, hey, you got to connect these sheets. And sure, I'll connect those sheets. Now let's go back over here. And in fact, I'll split up the screen so we can just see what's going on everywhere. And if I go and I order, just to test it out, 50 pounds of Brazilian, that should bring it in over here. And voila, it does. Let me zoom in a little bit. Is that big enough for everybody to see there? For every single one person to see? Yours truly. All right, so that imports the whole range, and I'll prove it by going all the way to the bottom at 250 down here, where we don't even have any items, and it pulls that in. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and put F6:F. So if I add some rows, which I'm not going to because I put extras, but if I add rows, it'll just pull everything I got there down. All right, same thing we're going to do here. We're just going to copy. See, what do we need to copy? I need to hold that E5 in place because these are going to use the same ordering form. So these 4 stores are all on this one form over here, this OBE coffee form. It's all one company. That all these this owner needs access to all of this. Okay, I'm going to delete this because we know that works. And I'm going to go in here and correct these. And see, I've already made a mistake. Madison was not first. St. D was first. Right here is Methodist. And I'm getting these from the tabs. And that is Madison, so we'll leave that there. I'm getting these from the names of the tabs, or the sheets rather, over here on the right. We've got Madison, St. Dominic's, Methodist, UMMC rather, and I'm going to change the order here so they match what the heck I'm doing over on this sheet. Cannot find range or sheet. All right, so let's see what we did wrong. Yeah. There's always issues, aren't there? So back on St. Dominic's, St. D, F6 through F. Honestly, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's see if Methodist works. 50 on Methodist, that sure enough works. Well, let's not just start over yet. Import range E5, so we got the right address, and then we got St. Dominic's. What in the crap? Is there a space in here? Is that it? That would be silly, but that is the case. Yeah, I just left out that space. So we've got it in quotes. It's got to be the exact name. I'm pretty sure capitalization matters as well. Let's see if we put a lowercase d there. All right, so capitalization doesn't matter, but yet the space does. And that makes sense. All right, so Madison and UMMC. Let's test them all. Methodist works. Madison, 444. That works. And then UMMC, 654. And that works beautiful. All right. So we've got them linked up properly. Let me delete these orders. These are not real orders, just test cases. Now we need an apps script. And this is really the only thing I'm going to do today in this short little stream, but I do want to highlight how to make an app script, because when this is one month's worth of orders. So we order each week. This is just a month's worth. And every month thereafter, I will actually go in here and duplicate this Google Sheet and use it again for the following month. It just makes life a lot easier. What happens though is that I need all of these columns to be cleared out. And so when I first was using Google Sheets, I would come in here and I would highlight everything, make sure I drag it down and press delete. Yes, that certainly does get the job done. However, it's not very clean. And it seems like using computers, there should be a way to make the computer do that for me. And lo and behold, there is. So inside of Google Sheets, I just barely have my screen on the back here that's big enough to cover the area behind me. So inside Google Sheets here, we've got under extensions, we've got AppScript. So if you open this sucker up, it defaults to bring you right here to this blank page whereby you can insert a function or many functions as you might need. And what this will let us do is create something that will automatically run. Oh, let me make that smaller. It's going crazy. Sorry about that. Let me just grab what I'd previously written in previous months, and we're going to clean this way up, so don't be intimidated by this, because all of this right here we're going to delete. And let me walk you through what we're going to do. So this function up here, it's an on-open function. So it basically says grab or whenever you open the spreadsheet, whenever you open this Google Sheet, do this. Create this variable, and we're just calling it SS. I think this is from straight out of the documentation, copy and paste. Spreadsheet app dot get active spreadsheet. Okay, so it's going to, on whatever active spreadsheet, it's going to basically grab this as a variable. From there, we want to create another variable called menu entries, and it's going to be an array which has two objects in it. The first is a name, and the name is clear range, and the function name is also clear range. These don't have to be the same, but they are for this case. Wait, do they have to be the same? They might. We'll come back to that. This will allow us to have inside, no, they don't have to be the same. This is just what's going to show up in our menu, the name clear range right here. And we'll write menu name just to test this. That's going to show up in the drop-down menu that we're creating, the custom menu. And then the function name that it's going to invoke when you click it is called clear range. Down here, so we've got this function name clear range. Down here, we're going to define that function. Get my indentation happy again. So this is the function clear range now. It has a variable sheet, which goes and gets the active spreadsheet app.getActive.get sheet by name, and then you can select what sheet. It used to be Madison Coffee, now it's just Madison. So we want to select, we're going to do all of them, but we're going to select Madison, Methodist, St. Dominic, and UMMC. And I'm just now realizing something that's going to throw me off. Let me see what I got here. I need to, on their sheet, go in here. I'm going to make a note for later. Make sure to pull all product info from first. Info and dates from first page. So what I just did, I had built this out nicely and then I copied it 3 times, which is great. But when I come and make a copy and I change, say, some of the limited coffees change or the seasonals, I want to change it in one place rather than all 4 of these sheets. So I need to come back after we do this script and change that. No big deal though. Back here and back here, clear range is going to grab those sheets, and I'm going to duplicate this once I get it correct with St. Dominic's, UMMC, and Methodist, so that it grabs all of them and it clears the content in them. Okay. To clear the content, it's pretty straightforward. Sheet.getRange, and you just punch in the range. And we're going to be able to simplify this big time because of some optimizations I made to this sheet versus the ones that we've previously been using. So instead of 100 lines of code here, it's just going to be, probably 25, 30 by the time we're done, because the range here needs to be right here, the first item that we inventory, E6, all the way down through G colon. We'll clear this whole range, I believe. And actually, we are going to have to make it a little bit longer because I'm going to have to do this, and then this, and then this. But nonetheless, E6 through, and in fact, let's put those back there because they're probably going to be similar, so I can just edit these. I wonder if I can alt-click. Oh, sweet. You can alt-click just like you want to do in VS Code. So I can do this all at once. Still got to click tediously, but whatever. And actually, that didn't save me anything because these... No, that did. Let's see. J-O-T-Y. Nope. It's going to be I-M-Q-U. Oh, well. I-M-Q-U. So I-M-Q and U. All right. And then that's going to be G-K-O-S-W. G-K-O-S and W. Oh, better capitalize that or that will drive me crazy. All right, so that will now clear all those ranges for the Madison tab. And here's where I can just copy and paste and change the names of the sheets. I'm going to put some info in here just to test stuff out and show you that this works. So those, I'll put some more in here actually. These should get cleared, no problem. All right, so save this. Let's reload the spreadsheet. And it takes a second for that onload menu to pop up. Usually takes a couple seconds before it populates, but it should say, what do we call it? Like Amen should be the title of the menu right up here. And there it is. And there's the name. So that did prove that point. The name can be different than the function name. This is just what it's going to be called. It runs the script, and it does require authorization. So any script you run in there inside Google Sheets will make you say, hey, I really did mean to do that. It'll make you sign into your account. It'll want you to go back to safety because it thinks you're going to destroy yourself, and you just got to allow all this to happen. Then from there, you have to do it again. It will not, I found it used to do this, or it used to not do this rather. Once you authorized it, it used to just run it because you'd already clicked run it. Now, though, you have to come back in here and run it again, and something didn't work. I think you know what I did? You know what I think we did? I think we did it for Madison. Bom, 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 bom. Put some stuff in there. Let's run this again. Yep, there we go. So we had put I was on the wrong sheet with St. Dominic's. But let's go back in. So that clears it out, and it doesn't clear anything it's not supposed to. Let's go back in. Last thing that we'll do, and then I've got somebody picking up a coffee table here in a second. So I'm going to have to vamonos pretty soon. But let's go back in here and open this up. Zoop. Let's open this up and let's duplicate this right here. So what we want to do, oh sweet, and you can do that shortcut as well. So this is for, should have put spaces in there just to make it look nice. So this is going to be for St. Dominic's. This is going to be for, oops, I didn't make it look nice at all. I messed up the spacing. This is going to be for Methodist. I'm going to grab Methodist. This is going to be for St. Dominic's. We're going to grab St. Dominic's. This is going to be for UMMC. And we're going to grab UMMC. Save this. You can control save in here just like you would anywhere. And I'm going to close that. And then I'm going to put some samples in here. In fact, let's make this a little bit faster. So we know Madison works. We'll put stuff in here anyway. Anything that I put in here should clear. Oops. But I sure don't like formatting like that to come over. Oop, that's not them. All right. All right. Put some in St. Dominic's. Already has some in there. And all right, so now this should just grab everything and clear it all. So it cleared that, cleared that, cleared that, and cleared that. Boom. We're in business. Okay. Yeah, that's it. You can do a ton. Google Apps, Google Sheets, App Scripts. You can do a ton with this stuff. Overview. Where's all the custom stuff? Clear range. Yeah, okay. So here's where it is. Sheets overview. Why that wasn't pulling up previously, but this is, all these functions. I mean, it's just ridiculous, all the stuff that you can do. Excel has this. You can code in VBA over on Excel. I've actually never gotten into that. I'd like to, but I kind of went over here to Google Sheets for our company's purposes before needing to go heavy into Excel. But you can get lost in a lot of cool stuff over here. Anyhow, that's all for today. Glad you have joined me. May the force be with you, and we'll catch you next time. Have a great one. See ya. Thanks for Google Sheeting with me.